So last week I played, actually watched an OCS game, the Blitzkrieg Legend, and read about and read up and up and up and up in this different gamers series, and came up with SCS, Stalingrad Pocket. And so I got this as a used version from Noble Knight, and let's take a look at what's inside the box. So SCS, older box. Standard. Oh, I didn't even notice that big blank side on the left. It's your basic stuff. It says it's low complexity and high solitaire suitability. This came out in '96, this version, and this is a box from 1996. Cool thing about getting a new game or a used game, it's already punched. Woohoo! And these are asking to be clipped, because I'll show you why in a little bit. So I don't know what the organization is of how the person organized it, but at least these are the system counters. So these are, all the counters are quite tiny. I just reviewed another one where the pieces were big, but it was a tactical game. But these have all got to be ½ inch, I think. They're quite small. They're pretty legible. So anyway, so there's the counters. It's got Romanians, Germans, and Russians. I don't know if it has other nationalities. I honestly don't know a lot about the subject matter. I mean, I'm a World War II guy, and I know Stalingrad, but I know more about what happened inside Stalingrad, and this talks about what's happened around Stalingrad. So that's how you learn about these things. That's how I learn about them anyway. And last but not least, oh, look how many counters there are. I'm just saying, of course, 560 counters. I've already downloaded this from the web. The game came with version 1.6. I downloaded 1.7, and just so you know, so that means it's 8 pages of rules. But as someone pointed out to me, page 8 is all designer notes, and then some of the pages have like examples like that. It's quite a fast read. And then there's the Stalingrad Pocket special rules, of which there's only like 5 pages. So that's a total of 13 pages of rules, actually 12, which is really good for a war game. So again, I printed this off earlier, so I just kept it, and I'll just keep the other one's pristine. This is a little bit of a play aid, some errata. One of the errata was already in there, which is cool, but this is the new one from the web of the SCS series and of Stalingrad Pocket. And then it has the rules there, but those will just stay on the bottom. And there's the map. Let's take a look at the map. 22 by 34 map. Stalingrad is up here. So that's Stalingrad. That's north, general that direction. It has a table here for combat results facing that direction, and a table facing this direction. A barrage table facing this direction, and a barrage table facing that direction. The weather table, the turn record chart, and the weather record are all facing that direction. So I guess facing the Russian player, really. What's interesting is so that's Stalingrad, that's north, so that's west. So the German lines, the front line is like here. So the Russians are all up here up north, and the Germans are all up here in the south. It'll be interesting. I think I said, 500 some pieces. Whew. Now let's look at a little closer why it's good to clip the counter. Okay, so here are some counters. First of all, these are tiny. First of all, you saw how tiny the pieces are, and then so these are tiny little pieces, tiny little hexes. I mean, like, what the heck? Seriously? I don't know what they're thinking here, but so there are some that are clipped and some that aren't. So when you're not, you are hanging over, and when you clip them, you're just under enough to be in the hex. So when you rotate them, you're like, okay, whoa, sorry, and then you bump that one. And you're like, okay, let me move this here. Okay, whoops, all right. Because what happens in these games, not that you couldn't, you're going to rotate that one too. Of course, it's hard to do when I'm holding the camera, but because in this game you can stack up to 6. I mean, seriously, 6 stands. I'm not sure how that's supposed to work out. I mean, this is what tweezers are for, I guess. But that's crazy. This game asks for it to be blown up at least double the size. So that would be 2234, so 4468. Wow. I'll have to think about that. See how much I like the game. And let me show you a close-up of the cities. Pretty cool looking. Map's pretty good. I like it, and I like the way those cities look. So there's Stalingrad. What's interesting is that yellow line is the front line, so I like how it goes right through the middle of the town. Sorry, shaking here. Alright, that's Stalingrad Pocket.